Um, we talked about being an introvert earlier, and I want to kind of end on that. How would you describe maybe that the journey of grief might feel different or not for introverts or extroverts? And how do you come alongside an introvert in their grief?
Yeah, that is a great question. I think that for introverts, because of the way we're wired, grief may be more of an inward process. And so we're doing a lot of internal processing. We may not always verbalize everything, where extroverts may naturally more outwardly express their grief, even facial expressions, you may more easily be able to look at an extrovert and say, they're in pain right now. Where an introvert, it might be a little harder. You might think they're fine. They look okay. And so I think that for both types, it's important to have a safe way to let grief flow through you. And so for an introvert, that might be journaling at first, and then maybe meeting one on one with a trusted person or a counselor. For an extrovert, they might want to start with another person in the room. They might want to say, I'm not really, wanting to process alone. I really want someone in the room with me. But having a safe way to let grief flow through us. And I think that's a big part of it. And then contrasted with grief, in my research, learned that introverts and extroverts experience happiness differently. So it's actually introvert, extrovert is based on our neurotransmitters and our nervous systems, a bunch of things. But for extroverts, happiness feels like enthusiasm and excitement. It's a more, again, outwardly expressed emotion, more of a high energy emotion. And introverts experience happiness more as calm and contentment. It's a not as revved up. And so, even I would say that's important to know for grief because an introvert might be saying, I will know I'm healed when I feel super happy in a very high energy, you know, way that we're told what that looks like. But probably for an introvert, healing is going to be more a restoration of calm and contentment and peace and steadiness. And so, even that distinction, knowing what is healing probably going to feel like based on how I'm wired, and explaining that to people in your life, that if I'm in a place where I'm calm and content and peaceful and feel steadier again, that's what healing looks like for me.
Mm.
And so don't worry about me. If I am curled up on the back porch, you know, looking peaceful, nothing's wrong. That probably means that I'm doing some healing. So those are a few things that come to mind.